Welcome to my follow-up video on outdated XP1 film. I'm now going to show you some more photographs taken with the Olympus using it set at 100 ASA, and this time also using an old Rollei 35. I think originally it had an LED light meter, but that sort of broke quite a long time ago. I've had this camera since new for well over 30 years. And the batteries I don't think are made anymore. Setting the aperture shutter speed is quite straightforward. It has an interesting mechanism in that the shutter is part of the barrel that the lens is on, and when you shut the lens up you push it back in, which includes the whole shutter mechanism. Sometimes if it's dropped or knocked, this can jam, and this is what happened to this camera, and I thought it was a dud, but I fixed it by literally pulling off the covering on the front and a few screws and you're inside, and actually it was quite easy in this case to slowly unlock the mechanism. Now you'll notice on the picture that the top of the shutter has a basic screw in. This is because I used the screw on the top there on another camera. An interesting story here. I was at a photographer's buying another camera and mentioned I had a problem with my Rollei, and he gave me this broken Rollei LED 35, the same as mine, jammed up. Well, after I fixed mine I thought I'd have a look at this broken one, which I'd only had for spares, and blow me down, it was exactly the same problem and I fixed it. So thank you, and I won't mention who, but I got a free camera. So, but for anybody who's on the lookout, the Rollei LED, the Rollei 35 range, the basic range uses an f3.5 Triatar lens. They only have a shutter speed from 1/15th 30th up to 1/500th, and obviously the distance is set by guess. There's no rangefinder or anything like that, but the 3-element Triatar is an excellent lens for that type of camera. I've seen one in the local camera shop on sale, the version that had a selenium meter on sale for £85. So I assume on that one the meter's been fixed. So bear in mind, these photos were taken with a camera that seems to be worth a bit. Fortunately I seem to have acquired 4 of them over the time. So that's a by the by. And so you can see here I've rated some of these photos, or the photos I took with the Rollei, I rated at 50 ASA. I'd forgotten to take my my exposure card with me, so had to use the Sunny 16 technique. Fortunately it was a brightish sunny afternoon, so 1/50th at f16, which is the Sunny 16, you use the reciprocal of the film speed. And in practice I set it to 125 and used f11. There was a little bit of cloud came in and it was late in the afternoon in the winter, f11 and f8, and all the photographs have come out satisfactorily. So in practice I believe the film should be rated somewhere between 50 and 100. Stand development seems to be the best process. In this case I actually developed the pair of films I took, one with the Olympus and one with the Rollei, for 2 hours. And again I believe it made a slightly bit of difference. It is interesting to note that the images from the Rollei are looking better than those from the Olympus. This is not to say that the Olympus is a poor camera. I mean, it's done its best with this film, and the Rolleis obviously just seem to have done a little better. I've also shown some examples that I took earlier in the year using other cameras when I first acquired this film, long before I decided to make this video. The set taken with the IS-100 are most of them are taken around what is known as the Queensbury Triangle. This was an old railway triangle. The railway's long gone, so railway buffs will know what I mean, but it's quite an interesting few back roads. One set are taken with the Olympus IS-100. To anybody not familiar with it, there's a picture of it here. This is a sort of an all-enclosed SLR camera with a zoom lens, a 4:1. So it's a non-interchangeable lens. It's fully automatic, and believe it or not, this cost me on eBay all of £5 plus postage. And the lens is excellent. I've compared it with a basic Olympic Mu, which again, like the Triat, are in good condition, often sell for high figures. So some of these Olympus cameras, they're little hidden gems that you can often pick up quite cheaply. This last set of photographs were taken with my Lomo Sardina. Now this is a fixed focus lens with a fixed aperture and one shutter speed, and these were taken late sunny afternoon last year. Obviously not as sharp because the lens is not of the same quality, it's only a plastic lens. I think it's roughly about 20mm, so it's very wide angle, but as a, well, I won't say cheap and cheerful camera, but as a basic camera it is great. I show here myself a selfie I took at arm's length, and believe it or not, it's great for that sort of thing because at a very short distance you can get two of you in for a quick selfie. It has a distance setting, far and near, and that's about it. I don't have to, I shall boast here because I actually won this camera on a lomography competition. The only thing I've ever won of any value in a photography. So I'm quite proud of that Sardina 8-ball, I think it is, all black version. Those for the Sardina were taken on a road coming out of the Lake District, and it was late in the afternoon and the sun, I think, was in probably to my right and the west as I was heading home. So I hope you like these photographs, and so please watch out for further videos. I'm getting the hang of this thing now. I had problems trying to get the thing to focus, but I'm cracking it now, and we'll see how it goes. Thank you.